Our next section that we're going to discuss is cork as a resilient flooring type. So the cork tree and the cork bark from the tree is granulated into cork, and a processing and curing process of granulated cork and polyurethane binder, coupled with a polyurethane finish, creates flooring that's cork tile. Cork sheet would be something that you would use for bulletin boards as a tack surface and things like that, also used as an underlayment sometimes for flooring. The ASTM performance standard for cork tile flooring is ASTM F3008. So just about every tree has an outer layer of cork, but the cork oak is the primary source of most cork products in the world, including wine bottle stoppers. These trees primarily grow in countries that run along the coast of the Mediterranean Sea, where there's plenty of sunshine, low rainfall, and high humidity. The countries that produce the most cork include Portugal, Algeria, Spain, Morocco, France, Italy, and Tunisia. A cork oak must be at least 25 years old before its bark can be harvested. Its cork can then be stripped every 8 to 14 years, after for that as long as the tree lives. The cork is stripped off during June, July, and August using a long-handled hatchet to cut sections out of the bark. These sections are then pried away from the tree. Workers must be careful not to damage the inner layer of the bark, otherwise the bark won't grow back. So it's basically a regenerating tree, if you will. After the cork is brought from the tree, the cork slabs that are cut away from the tree are boiled, and the rough outer layer of the bark is stripped away. Boiling the cork also softens it, making it easier to work with. So that where it says cork stoppers, punching bottle stoppers. From the slabs of cork, holes are punched out to make bottle stoppers. This leaves the slabs full of holes. These bottle stoppers are then sorted and shipped to various destinations, and the stoppers can at this time be printed or branded with names or logos, which you would see often on a wine bottle cork. Uses for the scrap cork include the leftover scrap to be used, ground up, molded into large blocks and baked in ovens to make other cork products, such as cork tile flooring and cork message boards, which would be done in sheet. Cork has been used as bottle stoppers for more than 400 years. It is possibly the best suited material to use as a bottle stopper because it contains a natural waxy substance called suberin. This substance makes cork impermeable to liquids and gas and prevents the cork from rotting, which is why it is used in the wine industry. So as we look at the opportunity to see what the production looks like, so you have cork sheet, which can also be used for underlayment under other types of floors or cork flooring. It is boiled, as we discussed, and then the scraps from the cork stoppers go in with a polyurethane binder to make a cork sheet. The difference for cork tiles is that it's actually placed in molds, and these molds are then sliced and blocks from the blocks and finished. Then they're cut into tiles and they're packaged for shipping. So there's homogeneous cork, which is a direct glue down, which is the cork tile and a simple polyurethane finish on the tile itself. Heterogeneous cork is a direct glue down, and it has a cork tile, a cork veneer, and polyurethane finish, so it has layers. A floating floor with a click system, which would be similar to what we talked about with the LVT process or the rigid core that also have click systems available. It has cork backing, it has an intermediate layer, and then cork tile, and then a polyurethane finish. There are two main types of installation processes for cork flooring. The more traditional installation method, usually used for cork flooring in tile form, is adhesive connection. First, the flooring tiles need to be acclimated to the environment inside the installation room, similar to what we saw for other types of products in resilient flooring as well. Then the subfloor, such as concrete or plywood, must be prepped to assure that it's even, clean, and free of moisture. As you've seen and heard this numerous times. This is an example of installation of cork underlayment that could be for acoustics, and then it could have another cork floor or tile put on top or another type of resilient flooring. So the goal is that you have a clean substrate. The tile adhesive has an application, and then the tile dries. Then the floor adhesive is applied and the floor dries. And then once the floor is dry, you put the tile down for installation. Tile corners are pressed down, and then they're use a tile mallet to basically complete the installation. So what are the advantages of cork tile? It's a natural material harvested without harming trees. Trees improve with age, actually. Acoustic insulator, it's a good thermal insulator, promotes underfoot comfort. It's fire stain, mold, and mildew resistant, rapidly renewable, and it has post-industrial recycled content.